It's David and Jen here with David Christophers, and we are back with another episode of what is David going to do today, because we never really know till we get here what he has planned.
I never know until I get here what I have planned. I just run through and go, this is new, I'll put something in this.
Yeah, and I see that we have some flowers and things here.
Yeah.
So we are so excited that you are joining us. Remember, everything that you see in the video today can be found at davidchristophers.com. We sell wholesale. What does that mean?
It means if you have a tax number and you have a store or you sell wreaths online, like on your Etsy store, it means that you can buy things in bulk and get really good pricing. So that's one of the things that we do. And
we sell retail. And the difference is, with retail, anyone can buy retail. You can buy retail. You don't have to have a tax ID. You don't have to have anything.
And you only have to buy one.
Yeah, you can buy in ones.
But in wholesale, you probably got to buy more than one.
Like 12.
Or 24.
Right. So, let's get started.
This is a new metal container that we got in. I love this shape with the embossed metal design, and then it's got a little bit of a rustic washed finish on the gold. So we're going to use this. Since it was new, I was like, I got to use that. New always seems to be better for me for some reason. So I've pre-cut a few pieces of styrofoam just into some small pieces. I'm going to put some glue on the bottom of that. Glue one onto the bottom. If you see me reaching off camera, it's probably because I'm going for the glue in my electric skillet. Because I go through quite a bit of it, I'm going to dip things in that, and that makes it a lot faster than going to a glue gun where I have to squeeze and then put everything in. So we just use a glue pen. Because we've got the styrofoam fairly deep tucked into our container, I'm just going to use a little bit of our green Spanish moss. Don't mind if a little bit of it hangs over, that's all part of making it appear more natural. I'm going to start by cutting a couple of our variegated boxwood bushes. They have just a little bit of a tipping and a lighter color. And I'm going to kind of make a little bit of a collar around my container. Let a little bit of it hang over, not completely even. Then I'm going to use our faux Italian cypress. This is kind of a fresh touch. It's kind of got like a more natural feel. It's very soft. So we're going to use this because it's a little bit longer. I'm going to cut it. Stick that in our styrofoam. And so here, I'm just going to let some of this go a little bit taller, some of it go a little bit lower in some areas, so that everything's not exactly the same. Another piece here. So now we've got a little bit of a shape going on here. Everything's kind of all the way around. It's fairly evenly distributed so far. So now we're going to go with our faux dried blue hydrangea. This one actually comes on a plant stem, so everything's together. So we're just going to cut these and separate those real quick. Now, I probably don't need the stem quite this long, So I'm going to cut it again, but I'm also going to save the foliage and use the foliage stems because these actually have some really nice leaves on them. So we're just going to bend those into kind of a naturally growing kind of shape here. Always use as much of something as you can. Just because you cut it short doesn't mean that you cannot still use the rest of the piece. Alright, now that we've given it a little bit of color, get some of my glue strings off of my stuff here. Little string, only flaw of the glue pen. I'm going to use, I really like this is a new piece for us that I'm really become kind of fond of. So this has got these large grape leaves. And different mix of eucalyptus. Some of it's got a little different coloration to it. But I really like that you can just take this stem that doesn't seem to have a whole lot of life and you can separate it out and shape it to where it really looks like a natural little bundle that you just kind of went out and collected, cut some pieces here and there. Something that would be great to drop into a bottle vase or something if you had a narrow opening on something. This would be a great piece to just drop in. But for the sake of this, we're going to tear the paper that's holding it all together so that we get our individual stems out of it. And then we're going to cut these just a little bit shorter. I'm going to pull the grape leaf down a little lower because it's a really large leaf and you don't necessarily want that to cover your hydrangeas. So when we tuck it in, I'll just kind of pull it down. And then you can kind of tuck some of the boxwood or the cypress back over that a little bit just to make sure that everything's mixed properly. We'll use a couple of pieces toward the middle and the top just to give it a little height here. I'm going to go back and fill in a little bit with the rest of my Italian cypress and my boxwood plant.
Is this my anniversary present?
Could be.
So we have an anniversary coming up February the 15th. So it will be in a few days from now. And we're going to be taking a little trip.
We are.
And I'm excited. Very, very excited.
Yeah, it's the first time for both of us to go to this location.
Mm-hmm. We're going to tell them where we're going.
I don't know.
Yeah, like it's a secret.
Maybe. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be a secret or not.
A lot of you may think, okay, I can't do this. I do not have the talent to do that, the patience, whatever it might be. So I think I told you all in the last video that I am all about simple in 2022. I want to do something that's simple. Now this is simple and quick and easy for David, and if you are into making floral arrangements on your own, it may be simple for you too. But I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, I'm never going to do that. I like watching you do it, but I'm probably not going to make mine look like that. We have another idea that is super, super easy. Tell us about these containers.
So these are new bottle vases. Really excited about these. They're kind of an organic style. They call it kind of a hammered finish because it's got little like dimples almost, like a golf ball kind of thing. Yeah, dimples like you. And these are just really great piece. If you've got some floral, if you've got something that you really just want to add just a little something to, you may not want to do the entire arrangement, but like the piece I was showing you earlier with the grape leaves in it, once you've got that all shaped out, I was mentioning that it would be a great piece for like a bottle vase. Really simple. Just shape it out. It's going to come a little flat. Just bend everything out kind of like a natural style. The grape leaves, the bigger leaves are going to go down toward the bottom, and just bend all the eucalyptus out. And that's going to give you some of the green touch that this gives you, and it gives you some of the blue. And then if you want a pairing, you can always add the tall blue vase with the short one, and you might want to do something a little taller. So let's say you want to do something a little bit taller for this one, and then something a little bit shorter where you can put the smaller one in front, just a little bit offset.
We can move this one off so you get an idea of what that looks like by itself. And are these cattails?
I can't remember exactly. We consider it like a foxtail, but
what's the difference in a cat's tail and a foxtail?
Well, this is almost like a miniature pampas grass. It's got little individual plumes coming off the stem, and as a cattail would be like a solid piece that's soft inside. Okay. And when you break it, it explodes. We don't want that.
We do not want that. Okay, so this is another very simple way that you can accent your home, either with both, or you could do one or the other. I'm already thinking about some places in my home that I could put something like this on a side table that would be really cute. Or even some of our bottle vases. Do we still have the larger bottle vases like this, or is this the only sizes we have?
These are the only sizes we have.
But these you could also put in the floor beside your mantle or TV stand because they're not tiny. They're a good size. Okay, so as we wrap up, we can tell you that we are going to Amelia Island in Florida.
You have horrible lipstick on your teeth right now.
Horrible lipstick? It had to have been there the whole time then. So David had to take a phone call. So it's just me telling you thank you for watching. We hope you subscribe. We hope you've learned something. We hope you can be encouraged today. We're so grateful for you. Thank you for joining us and for your comments. Let us know in the comments which of these two options would work well in your home. We love hearing from you, and we hope you have a beautiful day. Until next time.